Welcome back to Jump to Snap. Week 5 is almost wrapped up. We had some wild finishes, comebacks, and blowouts across the league. Stay tuned as we recap each game so far. 26-23 49ers, yes. And it's a good game. As we know, it came down to overtime. Questionable play call on going for it on fourth down. Well, not the fact that they went for it. I thought was a good idea, but the running up the middle, I don't think that was too good of a play call. And even I think Sean McVay said at the end of the game that loss was on him. So
he even said it was a shitty call. And it's just funny because, like, they line up. Shanahan calls a timeout. Okay, you just saw what defense they're going to run. They line up again. You call another timeout. You call a timeout. Okay, so we just saw two different looks on defense. What does he do on third down? Fucking Madden inside zone or some shit. Like, it's like, what are you doing? That's gotta be like, I stayed up late for that shit. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, it's a school night. Like, that's not cool, man. I just saw one overtime last Sunday, and not even 5 days later, I gotta watch that. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, that was weird.
That game shouldn't have even been close, and they lost to the third and fourth stringers of the 49ers.
Yep.
Puka Nacua continues to be great. Stafford continues to look pretty solid, except that game, I'm going to be honest, he looked like he was sailing a few of those passes. Either way, in no world should Kendrick Bourne have 10 receptions for 142 yards. There's just no world where that should happen, and it happened at SoFi.
Like you said, the Rams shouldn't have had any issues winning that game, so disappointing if you're a Rams fan.
I didn't want the 49ers to win, because fuck the 49ers, but it is really interesting to see Mac Jones perform that well for the team that should have drafted him, what was that, 3-4 years ago now? Like, it's really like, oh, this is the other timeline. It's like, because Mac Jones is 3-0. He's outperformed Brock Purdy this season by a lot. Not that Purdy's been on the field a lot, but he's outperformed him pretty handedly. I didn't want the 49ers to win, but I was kind of rooting for Mac Jones, especially after he was getting the piss beat out of him that whole game. Had to be up bright and early to catch that Browns and Vikings game this morning, and was kind of, I was disappointed. Not because the Vikings won, but because the Browns defense kind of got manhandled by Carson Wentz and just the backup squad. Like, I guess Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison are just too much for that Browns defense. But, like, it was a game. Like, Quinshon Judkins looked good. He continues to look good. He had another great 100-plus yard rushing game. Dylan Gabriel looked solid for a third-round quarterback.
Yes, he does.
I think they glazed Carson Wentz a little too hard today.
Yeah, they did.
This isn't a throw any quarterback can make. It was the most basic touchdown throw I've ever seen. Just throw it over the defender. It doesn't get any better than this. I can name like 5 quarterbacks where it gets better than that.
Yeah, my takeaway from that game is that Browns just find a way to lose. Browns fan, you could take away, was the QB switch to Dylan Gabriel. The offense looked better, I thought. You were actually moving the ball. You were able to score. I think good things in the horizon, right?
David Njoku stock going up. That's what young quarterbacks like to do, is target their tight ends. I don't think there's much to talk about the next game. Colts pretty handedly killed the Raiders today.
Geno sucks. I don't know what to say,
Yeah, what is there to say? Jonathan Taylor carried that game another, like, what was it, 200 plus points? Not points, Jesus, yards. But, like, yeah, the Colts are back to form. Seemingly, Shane Steichen knows how to run an offense as soon as he has a quarterback that can play for him. Geno Smith probably should call it a career right now. Do the Raiders a favor, because they can't even cut him, because he signed $75 million contract. He led the league in interceptions last year, and he is leading the league again. They have Geno Smith has more interceptions than the offense has touchdowns. Downs.
Oh, gosh. That's not a good statistic.
No. He is single-handedly bringing that team down. And who might they have at backup quarterback? Aiden O'Connell? I don't fucking know anymore. No one cares. All that matters is that Indiana Jones is back.
Back in form, baby.
But hey, we got to give it up for the boys down in the Bayou as the New Orleans Saints get their first win of the season, kicking off the month on a high note. You got thoughts on that game? Did you see much from that game?
I didn't see too much of that game either, but I did see. I don't even have the stats for that game. But I don't think Spencer Rattler, if I remember right, he didn't have like an incredible game, but I think he did enough.
He is, so far this season, he's actually being slept on because of just the record. But he has been like one of those quarterbacks. You won't win because of him, but you're not going to lose because of him. He has been very steady keel. There's room for improvement. I still don't think he's the long-term answer. But really, the Giants, they just lost that game themselves. Like, Jackson Dart for the first half looked amazing. Then the interceptions caught up because, unfortunately, after losing Malik Neighbors, they don't have a wide receiver 1, 2, or 3. Like,
didn't they have something like 5 turnovers or something?
Yeah, there was 5 turnovers. And like the receivers on the Giants just can't hold on to the ball. They just can't. I watched like the condensed version of that game, and it was ugly. It was not pretty. It's everything the Giants did. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, if I owned the Giants, I would be like quietly calling up new GMs, new coaches, be like, hey, how do you feel about New York in 2026? The Jets didn't look too hot today.
Nope.
It was 23-3 by the second half. That 37-22 score does not reflect the garbage time points. Oh yeah, Justin Fields, we got to really learn how to put this game together for him because he looked lights out in the fourth quarter. Guys, it's because it was garbage time. It's like when they're not trying, I could look good out there.
I wonder if that's where most of Breece Hall's carries came from, because I've seen he had 14 carries for 113 yards. So
yeah,
I don't know how much of that came in garbage time or.
I guarantee it was a lot of garbage time.
And on the flip side, Dak Prescott throwing for 4 touchdowns and Javonte Williams 16 carries, 135 yards.
I will eat my words. I will say that now as a week 5. I was wrong about Brian Schottenheimer. I did not think he would be a good head coach. I did not think he'd be calling a good offense. He's seemingly calling pretty good offenses. And he's got Dak Prescott looking MVP form, honestly. Can't deny that. But, Javonte Williams, who'd have thought?
Oh, yeah.
135 yards, 1 touchdown on 16 carries. Like, this dude is just playing lights out week after week after week. It's like, oh my God, for you.
And that's a big difference. The past few years, Dallas has struggled with the run game, so... I mean, they have a run game now, too, in that offense, and that offense is clicking like that.
Jadon Blue is supposed to be like, okay, so give it till like week 2, and Williams is going to suck ass, and we're going to have Jadon Blue playing lights out. Jadon Blue has yet to take an offensive snap. Javonte Williams has that running back room locked down. Like, that is his position now. Eagles finally lose.
They have deserved to lose so many games. It's maybe not so many, but fuck, they never can play a full game, and it finally bit them today. So
they have a bottom 10 defense and a bottom 5 offense, and they were just looking like the Chiefs all season long up until this point. Just not necessarily cruising, but just inching their way into the win column. And now I was watching that game. I will not deny there maybe should have been a pass interference call at the end there. But it's like, you guys unfortunately are not the Chiefs. You're not going to get every call going your way. Did you see that last play where Brown and Smith were in the end zone?
I did.
It wasn't even a Hail Mary. It was like a 40-yard pass, but somehow AJ Brown and Devontae Smith literally ended up in the same exact spot, and they both got their hand on the ball, but the only thing caught was Devontae Smith and AJ Brown's arms. That was it. And I think after this loss, I think more nationally, we need to talk about how bad the Eagles offense is doing.
Yeah.
Like, it needs to be talked about how bad they're doing.
I agree. And it starts with that offensive line, because it's been terrible.
I mean, yeah, this is the first time we've seen a bad Eagles offensive line in a while. But it's like the play calling's bad. Jalen Hurts, I don't know. I think he's a true system quarterback, and he's playing to the system. Broncos, did not agree with their 2-point conversion in the fourth quarter, but then they converted it. So it's like, okay, if it works, great. If it doesn't, what the fuck are you doing in that kind of game? But Bo Nix looked amazing. I think he went like 7 of 8, 127 yards and a touchdown in that fourth quarter. So nice to see he's still playing lights out. Kind of shockingly, Rico Dowdle, I don't know.
I don't know how to say his name.
You you want to talk about lights out? 206 yards is how you do it.
Well, like we were just saying, where the hell did this guy come from?
If I could go back in time to this morning, I am signing that dude to my fantasy roster.
No shit.
I'm like, get fucking every waiver wire I have. I'll give you every first round pick in the future for this win. It's like, how did the Dolphins blow a 17-point lead? Oh, I know, they have like the worst defense in the league. That's how they do that. They have a bottom 3 defense, and it is not 3. Like, and it's not even like. And the issue is, I couldn't watch the game because it's out of market, but they kept showing the box score in the Broncos Eagles game. As soon as I saw the Dolphins were down 3 points, I'm like, oh no, they banked on Tua being clutch, and he doesn't have the clutch gene. he can't do it. But it sounds like the play calling was pretty bad too, but it doesn't seem like they're missing Tyreek too much. Like, Tua went 27 of 36, 256 yards and 3 touchdowns. Waddle 6 for 110 and a touchdown. Like, they played a winnable game. It's just their defense is terrible.
Yeah. I mean, when you let, again, this guy named Rico run for over 200 yards, wow, that's not good. Not good. You're probably gonna lose.
You're also probably going to lose when your head coach chains himself to a terrible defensive coordinator. And I'm not talking about the Dolphins anymore.
Are you talking about the Ravens?
I am. How'd you know? Oh my god, he just keeps chaining himself to sit the oar, and it's like, dude, you've given up 177 points in 5 games. That is more than the 2,000 Ravens gave up in their entire season. You gotta stop. Like, yeah, that team is injured beyond belief. And I wish I could remember the stat. Harbaugh's record without Lamar Jackson is bad. It's almost as bad as Zach Taylor without Burrow. I don't have it now, but it's like, he keeps saying, like, there's things to work on. I still believe Orr is still the guy. I don't think firing him's the answer. Listen, man, you got injuries everywhere, especially at star positions, so that clearly means you have a depth issue on defense. But look at what the Lions did with how injured they got on defense last year.
Yeah.
this is a coaching issue. This is pure coaching, and the only way this team improves is by step one, getting rid of your defensive coordinator who seemingly can't coach your team. Step two, if things get worse, you gotta start ragging on Todd Monken, because what the fuck? The offensive line has looked bad. Cooper Rush, again, a depth issue, looks terrible. In three,
Derrick Henry, 15 carries, 33 yards.
Yeah,
Where the fuck has he been?
I don't think it's just a Henry issue. It's an offense issue, and it's not just Henry. It's Justice Hill, because Justice Hill is getting treated like he's Derrick Henry, but he's not. He is not a power back like Derrick Henry is. Which it doesn't make any sense. Now on the flip side, fucking Texans, let's go, because they're looking good again. They're looking like 2023 again. Like, you don't just put up 44 points, even if the defense is terrible. You don't just do that. And
Stroud was 4 touchdowns. Pretty fucking good day for him.
I know, right? 4 incompletions. Like, dude. And Nick Chubb, 11 carries, 61 yards, 1 touchdown. Pretty solid comeback game. Sorry to any Woody Marks fantasy owners, but I know I sent it to you earlier. I don't know if you saw it, but I'm not sure if it happened this week either. But if D'Amico Ryans did officially hand over defensive play calling duties to their defensive coordinator, and I'm not saying he was calling bad defenses, because the defense has been the one good thing all season long, I think that's a pretty big indictment of like, okay, now he's a head coach. Now he's focusing on the team. Now he can pay attention to the rest of the team. He's not just talking to the defensive guys. He's talking to the defensive guys. He's talking to the special teams guys. He's talking to his coaches. It'll be interesting to see what they do going forward. I still think they have issues, but CJ Stroud, even behind that O-line, which has taken some steps to improving, he's looking confident again. And that was a big worry people were having, especially but before the Titans game last week. Like, they're like, oh my God, this is how it ends. He has no poise in the pocket. He's hanging onto the ball too long. He's making terrible throws. But now, ever since the fourth quarter of the Titans game, the last 5 quarters really, he's looked like himself again. And it's this wasn't supposed to be this easy of a game, but they made the most of the opportunity. It's like, oh, they're all injured over there? Let's go put the hammer down. That's what you got to do in games like that. You got to take advantage of that. And it's these easy games that get these younger guys back on their high horse. They're like, okay, I can still play football at a competent level. And we're seeing that. We're also seeing players do it very incompetently, like Demercado. Yeah, Demercado. Who, did you see that play?
Are we talking about the Cardinals?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see the play, but I heard, and if I'm understanding right, he dropped the ball before he entered the end zone.
I'm pretty sure that it was a 70.9 yard rush, and then he fumbled the ball at the 1 yard line.
Because he was celebrating? Is that what it was?
Mm-hmm. And guess who I signed this week to be in my flex spot?
Did you sign him?
Mm-hmm. I'm like, oh, he's going to go off. It's the Titans. He can do that. And he would have. If he wasn't the third fucking player to fumble the ball at the 1 yard line this season.
Coach, that's gotta drive you crazy too, obviously. Like,
I saw
in the end zone and then celebrate.
It's like, oh my God. Like, I'm mentally making that note if I ever coach football. Like, tell your fucking running backs and receivers, hold on to that goddamn ball. Jesus Christ. Don't drop that ball till the whistle blows. Oh my God.
Yeah, right.
Oh, Jesus. Like, I saw a comment, and I kind of agree. The only way you stop players from doing this is just by cutting them.
Yeah, or, I mean, there's gotta be some kind of,
That's the only way to get it through their head. It's like, oh, you want to celebrate by dropping the ball in the end zone? You're going to cut you. Congratulations, Titans. I struggle to say you deserve to win that game, because Cam Ward did throw a terrible interception that somehow was fumbled into the end zone and then turned into a touchdown. But hey, you stuck it out. I think I saw the great words of a Redditor say that the Cardinals managed to out-ass the Titans. And I gotta agree.
Yeah.
That was bad.
Yeah, I didn't watch that game. I just seen that one play from that game. So, but hey, a win's a win, right?
Especially when you're 0-4. Yeah, you'll take it. You take it, man. You take it. To a more exciting game to make things more interesting. Buccaneers and Seahawks, and probably the coolest uniform matchup of all time of the past 15 years, let's be fair. You know, you got the away creamsicles, and you got the Seahawks throwbacks. Beautiful. Beautiful. And not only that, the game was a shootout. Unfortunately, the Seahawks offense continues to not be what they should be, especially with Clint Kubiak calling the plays. But Sam Darnold looking amazing. Baker Mayfield looking amazing. But the real winner of this game are OSU wide receivers. It's not just like Buka and JSN going for like a combined 295 yards and 2 touchdowns on less than 20 not interceptions, receptions. It's wide receiver draft stock from OSU because holy shit.
Yeah, they put on a show. My God.
Like in the best looking uniforms. Now, personally, I think Seahawks should maybe go back to those colors full time.
I can't say enough about those, especially Egbuka, man. Like, dude's a rookie.
And I can't believe you traded.
I traded him today. I traded him. And now when you look at what he did, it seems kind of crazy, but
you have a plan. You have a plan.
I have a plan. I had to make changes to the team, but fuck, Egbuka though, he's incredible, and of course JSN.
Amazing.
Man.
Amazing. He's breaking out. He's really breaking out this year. People, I was one of them too, but people said he might not look as good without a true wide receiver one. He is proving to be a wide receiver one. And Sam Darnold is proving that Jalen Milroe is not the second coming of Russell Wilson. Bengals need to make changes to the quarterback room.
Yeah. Yes, they do.
3 interceptions. And who tackled the defender every time? Jamar Chase. I'm pretty sure he had more tackles than catches today. Nope, okay, I was wrong. He had 6 receptions, but he had 3 tackles. So
A half, all right.
Oh, anyways, point is, Lions, they look like same old Lions. But they kind of had it close in the beginning. I don't know if you noticed that. Like, I think at halftime it was 14-3. Like, I thought this game would be 50 points at halftime.
Yeah, it was actually kind of. It was kind of. I don't know. You thought the Lions would score more or something.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be a freaking bloody Tuesday or some shit. Jake Browning not looking like his normal self. And by that I mean like 2 years ago when he had to come in for 7 games, he went 4-3 and he looked amazing. Yeah, Bengals need to get a new quarterback quick. And I'm a diehard go get Jameis Winston right now. Because Jake Browning is either throwing the ball 2 yards downfield or he's overthrowing his wide receivers down deep. You need to get a quarterback who can just play lights out with the talent that they have. At least in the skill position room, not the offensive line.
I think the Bengals might also be inquiring about Malik Williams, which
You mean Willis?
or Willis, yeah, Willis.
So no, that's the thing, they did. There's so many Bengal fans saying, oh, we need to go trade for a quarterback. It's like, guys, you tried, and we said no. Goody said no. But Willis wouldn't even do good in that system anyways. No quarterback would. But Jameis Winston, like I said, is your best shot. He can go into any situation and at the minimum make it exciting. The way that Zach Taylor is just kind of like interlocking with Jake Browning, that's a fireable offense, because I think I saw that Zach Taylor without Joe Burrow is like 7-30-1. Like, he cannot win without honestly an underrated quarterback. A lot of people say overrated. He is underrated. Because look at what's happened to this offense without him. Jaden Daniels came back this week. Was solid. 15 of 26, 231, touchdown. The real winner of this game was Bill, a.k.a. Ja'Cory Cross-Game-Merritt. Did you see his stats? Because I saw his stats, and it hurt.
I don't know if I've seen his stats. What were they?
Let me tell you, buddy. 14 carries, 111 yards, 2 touchdowns. I cut him this week for that freaking Demercado.
Damn.
It's not fair. I made the right bet, and then he goes and does that. It's just not fair. It's pretty sad that Chargers were up 10-zip in the first quarter, and then they just got completely outscored after that. And,
27 unanswered points.
It's just, without their top tackles, that offense is clearly dying. And the penalties is ridiculous. They are looking sloppy as hell. You didn't really acknowledge it a few episodes ago, but I said I'm not sold on the Chargers this year. And I said the same thing about the Rams, which that proved true. But I'm not completely sold on the Chargers. They look great starting out, but now they've lost 2 in a row, and they were ugly losses. And I just think Harbaugh is a good coach, but I think it's a little dated. It doesn't help they had Omari and Hampton get hurt today, but to get outscored 27-zip from the last 3 quarters of that game, that is not okay. It's just not.
Yeah,
it's just not.
And don't look now if you're a Chargers fan, but you got the Broncos coming up behind you. You got the Chiefs kind of looking more like the Chiefs, as we said.
Unfortunately.
So, I mean, it might be a little tighter than I thought. Chargers looked for the first few weeks that they were just going to run away with that division. And
Nope. Bro, Bo Nix is locking in. He's coming. He's coming for Justin Herbert's head. It's only fitting we end on Sunday Night Football.
Yep.
What are your thoughts on that game?
No, my thoughts are that I believe that the Patriots, when they're putting it all together and they are playing at their highest level, I think they can compete with any team. The problem is, I don't think they can do it consistently.
No.
I think it's going to be a little bit, but I think the potential's there. I think there's light at the end of the tunnel. So I just think they have to get that consistency down. But like I said before, there was that one throw that Drake May made, and he was about to be tackled going down, and he made that throw to get the first down. It was just, that was a really good throw, and I think that's kind of the potential that I see how the Drake May, and I don't know. Yeah, I just think the consistency needs to be there, but they're on the right path.
So, my takeaway from the Patriots is that a lot of their wins are going to be ugly just because they're still dealing with Bill Belichick's roster. There are still a couple guys there from his rosters, and it's like, ugh, those are hardly starting players. And, look at the wide receiver room. It's just not pretty. But, and I kind of wonder if, a game like we saw the Patriots blow out the Panthers last week. The Panthers can't decide if they want to be good or bad or not. But I kind of wonder with Mike Vrabel in charge now, if the Patriots and Bills is just going to be one of those, kind of like the Brewers and Cubs. It's just always going to be an ugly game. It's going to be a show, but it's going to be an ugly game. Because, like this game, freaking penalties everywhere by the Bills mostly. Fumbles on both sides repeatedly. But I can't help but think this game would have been a blowout if the Bills looked like themselves. They didn't look like themselves. Freaking Sean McDermott's defense was terrible. Josh Allen looked nothing like himself. He was holding onto the ball too long. And he just, I don't know, it seemed like he was taking unnecessary hits by running. And, like, they couldn't get James Cook going. It was just such a weird game. And I just, they don't, I don't know, it seemed like they didn't have, like, they had no idea where they wanted to go with this game. And the constant fumbles and penalties just kept setting them back worse and worse and worse. But I mean, hey, Drake May, I honestly had him as a top 3 quarterback in last year's draft class, so I'm happy to see he's playing pretty freaking solid this year.
But Drake May, like you said, 22 for 30, 273 yards. Pretty good game. Stephon Diggs, 10 receptions, 146 yards.
He was on one against his former team. He was on one.
Well, on that note, do you have anything else you want to cover?
Nope, I'm
from this
out,
past week?
I'm
You're
tapped out.
out.
I'm tapped out.
Tapped out too. But we will see what happens tomorrow night, and then we will be back to cover week 6 with a recap and just go through the games. So, yeah, stay tuned for that. Till next time, we will see you for week 6.